Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Leora and I help individuals like yourself discover and reveal their light within. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have a weekly energy that I find just very interesting, and it has to do with our perspective. It has to do with what we do when we don't know what to do. What is our go-to? How do we react when we don't know how things or what our next step is, basically, when we enter the unknown? And I want to share with you guys something that we learned from this week's energy. This week's energy has to do with letting things die, letting things go. Maybe it's a relationship that no longer serves either one of you. Maybe it's a job that is just sucking energy out of you and you're unhappy at. Maybe it is fill in the blank, whatever it is for you. There's something in your life that is just not moving forward, is just, you're holding on to it, but it's really time to let it go. And that's the energy this week. Why do we need to let things go? We need to let things go because our ego is in control of the realm of the understanding, the realm of the what our thoughts are, what we can figure out logically. There our ego has its foothold. And in the moment we get to a space where maybe we lose our job and we really don't know what our next step is, we really don't know what to do, our ego will try to come in and speak fear into us. The question is, are we going to listen to our ego at that point? Or are we going to tap into the energy that this letting go, letting something die and naturally just go its way? I mean, everything in 3D reality, no matter what it is, in this 1% reality, everything, as soon as it's born, it's starting to decay and disappear again. So that's our 3D reality, is to let things be born, new things grow, and then die out and let go. That is our normal cycle in this world. But we as humans, we want to hang on to things. We don't want to let things go. It could be something like I said, a relationship that is hurting you and no longer serving you or serving your partner. You guys are just miserable together. Let it go. Maybe y'all's time together is done. He can go his way, you go your way. It's this energy this week is like a seed. Let's take an apple seed. An apple seed has all the potential of an apple tree in it. An apple seed has the roots in it. It's got the trunk of the tree in it. It's got the leaves of the tree. It's got the fruit of the tree. Everything is in the seed. But the only way to tap into the energy, into this potential that's in this seed, is to bury it in the ground and let it decay. And that's what the energy is. We have to let things go in order for new things to come. What happens during the springtime, after the cold winter and it looking like, okay, something died and nothing's coming out of it? Wait till the spring. The world, the earth shows us what this is all about and how to work with letting things die, letting things be born again. And in the springtime, there is where a little shoot of this new life comes to be able to be seen for the first time. And in that moment, when something dies, we have a choice. When something dies in our life, when something gets taken away, when we lose something, in this moment, when we really don't know what our next step is, and we have the possibility to tap into endless abundance at that moment, as long as we focus our mind on that. Instead of listening to our ego and going into fear, we have a choice. We can go into faith, into believing, into certainty is even a better word than faith. We can be certain that this is leaving my life for a reason. I'm letting go of it gracefully, and I know that the universe has something planned for me. And then you just wait. You know, it could be a bill, a bill that you have that comes in and you don't have enough money on the account to pay that. Or it could be that you don't have enough money to pay your rent at the end of the month. You come into a position where you are at your end. You can't go any further and you do not know the answer, because the answer the universe has not showed yet. To concentrate on that thing that's gone and to mourn that thing that's gone and to hold on to it is just going to bring you pain and suffering. We have to let go of that. We have to learn to let go of it and go into our certainty that everything happens for our greatest good. Now, universe, thank you. Thank you that the world of endless opportunities is open to me right now. Thank you that I know with certainty that you have a plan, and that plan is for my highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In that moment, we have a portal that opens up. And if we learn to focus our attention on that portal, on the endless possibilities that we couldn't even imagine, see, or visualize in this moment, or even comprehend, you have to understand there's probably so much in your life that has happened where you thought, you look back and you're like, wow, I would have never seen that coming, or I could have not comprehended that happening. I'll give you an example, a quick example. I was living in Germany, and their system works a little different over there. So you use your electricity and your water. They kind of put you at a certain, they guess how much you're going to use, and you pay that every month. But at the end of the year, then they look, okay, we're going to read your meters and see how much you actually used. And I had just gotten out of a 19-year marriage. I had 4 children at home, and I was living in a foreign country by myself, and I had a bill come in for that I had to still pay $3,000, so back pay. And in that moment, of course, I could have said, okay, my ego could have gotten hold of that and run wild with one fear after another. How am I going to do that? I don't have that on my account. What's going to happen to me, you know? But I decided to go with my certainty. Go with my certainty that the universe can provide that easily. The universe can provide everything for us easily. And go with, I decided to tap in to this endless, source of possibilities and how. And so I just held the bill up to heaven, and I just said, you know what? You've got a bill here. $3,000 needs to be paid by then and then. I'm really in anticipation and happiness to see how you're going to pull this one off. You know, I just went in uncertainty, and sure enough, I went on vacation, I did my thing, I lived my life, I didn't let it bother me. And sure enough, the universe came through in a way that I would not be able to even fathom. And that happens all the time. But we have to decide in that moment, when something dies away or something comes and in our life, we have to decide at that moment. I mean, I guess you could say something dying away that was trying to take $3,000 from me that I didn't have, you know. And that way, it was something that had to die. And so I had to embrace that and embrace this opportunity, this portal of energy that was there for me. And the universe came through. So I encourage you guys, this week especially, I mean, we can use this every day of our life for all year round, but this week especially, look at those things that you need to let go of, that are not serving you anymore, and open yourself up to the endless possibilities that the universe has for you. I wish you guys all a lot of luck and a lot of courage and a lot of fun this week. See you next week.